Hi there guys and welcome back. This is going to be a review video and a demonstration of the bareMinerals Ready Foundation that I picked up relatively recently, and I've been giving it a bit of a whirl. I have to say I am quite pleased with this foundation. When the first day that I tried it without any kind of primer, and unfortunately it did start to break up on my skin a bit. I have normal combination, sometimes combination oily skin, so I would have oily skin, so it will break up any product there. However, I tried it then with the bareMinerals primer and the product lasted much better. This is a lovely product. So you've got your mirror here and then you've got your powder here. The shade is R10, which I think is their lightest. It's got SPF 20 in it, which is great, and you get 14 grams for this product. It's a very finely milled powder. It does provide full coverage. I'm wearing it today and you'll see later in the video I'll just show you a demonstration of how I applied it. But you can, using one of these brushes, you can get full coverage with this foundation. I'll show you the brush properly in a minute. You can also get sort of medium to sheer coverage if you use just a normal powder brush and you swirl it in and you swirl it onto your face and buff it on that way. You can get sort of a medium coverage. As I said, the powder is very finely milled. There's no massive fragrance off it. The brush that I decided to buy with it was released with the foundation, I believe. It's a precision face brush, and it has an angled brush. It has an angle on it, which is great because you can use this brush for pretty much everything. You can use this lovely angle to get in around your nose and in along your eyes, and it's just a very useful brush. It's quite dense and quite soft, if you can see. It does retain its shape quite well and it does wash well. When you use this with this, you can get full coverage. As I said, you press it in and you swipe it onto your face, which to me is quite a different way of applying foundation. Normally I like to buff it in if I'm doing a powder, make sure it's really well done, or if it's just a translucent setting powder, I will sort of just use a puff almost, or I'll use sort of soft light dabbing motions to apply it. This though is quite different, really speedy to apply this way, because you dab it, you swipe, dab, swipe, and you repeat and you're done in a few minutes, which is really great. Big pigmentation in this product as well. When I first applied it I thought it was quite sheer, and then I realised because the colour match was so good to my skin, I wasn't seeing it in the areas of my skin that were fine. It was only when I was putting it over spots and they disappeared, I was like, oh, really good pigmentation, I'm impressed. So I really like this. I like the idea of it, the fact that it's nice and compact. It is quite small, and it's about the size of my palm, and that can pop in my bag, and I don't need any other additional brushes. I can just use this brush for my concealing as well. This does have a dewy finish, so for those of you like myself with normal combination sort of skin, you may not want the dewy finish. I just make sure I use a translucent powder that is a bit more matte and that takes some of the shine off. It does leave like a lovely glow, so I'm actually really enjoying. I've got a bit of dewiness, but it's not over the top. It's quite subtle and it's quite nice. It leaves my skin looking that bit fresher. I don't know if you can tell, or maybe it's just me and I've decided my skin looking very fresh, but I think it leaves my skin looking really fresh. And it doesn't break me out, it doesn't clog my skin up, which is good. None of the bareMinerals products really do, because they're full of natural good things. It is on the slightly higher end of the price range, you know, you're talking 20 something pounds. I will put all the information down below, but I think it's worth it. You won't go through this in a hurry because of the way that you use it, where you press, swipe, press, swipe. You're not, I don't think, using massive amounts of product, and unlike the loose foundation with bareMinerals, you're not wasting anything. Sometimes you will waste a wee bit with the bareMinerals loose powder, where you're tapping it into the lid and then you tap it back when you're done, and you know, bits and pieces like that, and you end up half your dresser is covered in foundation. There's none of that with this. There's no massive fallout because you're not swirling the product, you're just pressing into it. Because of that, you see, if I just show you, I'm going to show you in the demo in a second, but because you just press and you get that much and you just swipe it on, there's no fallout with that. There's no fallout on the product. It's great. Really impressed with this foundation. I do thoroughly recommend checking it out. I'm now going to show you how I applied the foundation that I'm wearing now. I'm not going to show you my whole face, it's just the foundation. So I've already applied the primer and I've applied a bit of stick concealer just in around my eyes. I'm now going to zoom in and show you how I apply this foundation. So initially you take the brush and you press it onto the compact until you get a good covering. So you can see there's a fair amount of product on there. Now I'll just zoom you in. I hope the lighting's okay. I'm sitting right beside the window, but we'll see. So you just swipe the foundation on. Seems very bizarre. I had to resist the urge not to buff. I like this angle brush because on this side you can get in around your nose, which is always useful. Now you could have seen how red that was, and you can see, I know the lighting keeps washing it out, but you can see how well that's covered. I also have, if you can get the lighting, lovely spot just on the inside of my nose here, which you can sort of see when I come back, that lovely red dot, ever so appealing. And I'm just going to rub over it. Now, I'm not sure if you can see, but red dot has pretty much gone. With this you do have to blend a bit, so I just take a wee bit, rub it down my neck, and then with a pretty much empty brush I'll just rub it over my face just to make sure everything's blended in. And that's how you apply the foundation. It's a pretty quick process. You don't need any additional brushes. I don't need my concealer brush or anything. I'm very happy just to use this brush. And with the spots like that, you just rub your brush different directions to make sure you get it all completely covered. And it's really good. So I'm now going to go and apply the rest of my makeup, and I will be back in a few minutes. So that's the rest of my face applied. As you can see, the red spot has been pretty well covered. The redness around my mouth again has been pretty well covered. So I'm really pleased with this foundation. It does wear well and gives good coverage, as you can see. Yeah, generally speaking, I'm very happy with this product, and I would recommend trying it out. I would recommend getting colour matched in a shop and getting properly matched to the right colour foundation. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this useful. Please like if you like, please subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!